have covered both sides of this issue. We have covered with the Denver Broncos the fact that they are currently tied in first place with the Las Vegas Raiders at 3-0. And on the flip side of that, we've covered the issue of people saying they haven't beaten anybody. They've played teams like the Jets, like the Jaguars, like the Giants. And I get it. I truthfully get it. They've got a solid quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater who, by the way, is completing just over. Well, actually, that's not actually technically correct. They've got Teddy Bridgewater who is completing a total of just 76.84% of his passes. So 76.877 whatever percent of his passes for 827 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he really, in my mind, has that offense going. I think it's impressive, and I'm absolutely stacked for him and stoked for him being a Vikings fan, and I'm really excited for him. Now, with that being said, the Broncos right now also have Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams, who've both been running the heck out of the football. You know, Melvin Gordon, 42 carries, 192 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Williams with 39 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown as well. And then you've got Cortland Sutton, who, by the way, the one week I don't start him and he goes off for over $150 and 14 catches or whatever it was against the Jaguars. Maybe it was the Jaguars. I don't know. But I wasn't happy. I was a little salty. I ended up losing by a point. So still a little bit of salt in that wound, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get over it. We're just going to get over it. But anywho, then you also got wide receivers for the Broncos who I think have stepped up. Guys like Tim Patrick, who has 12 catches for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. Noah Fant, who I think is on his way to becoming one of the best tight ends in football. 12 catches, 110 yards. And if we're being honest about the Broncos, yes, they really haven't played that tough of a team. But again, we've covered it ad nauseum. It's the fact that really it's the NFL. No team is taken too lightly. It's truly the story of any given Sunday. But that doesn't mean this Sunday, with the game against the Baltimore Ravens, this is not the Broncos' first true test. The two things can be true at the same time. Like ice cream cake can be great, and cheeseburgers can not be good for you, but still be great. Something like that, okay? The only reason I use food is because I'm one of the fat kids, and I know I need to lose weight. Here's the point. The Broncos, yes, have not played tough competition, but it doesn't take away from it. But they have a test. This is a big game coming up for the Denver Broncos, and that there's a lot riding on this game, especially when you consider the fact that the Raiders are 3-0. We've covered the rest of the division and how things are looking, but this is the first big true test for the Broncos. Now, obviously, you go over to the defensive side of the football. Von Miller currently has 4 sacks. Also, A.J. Johnson with a couple of sacks, and by the way, is also leading the team in tackles. You got Kyler Fuller going in third place now with 11 tackles. But, Pat Surtain has been, in my mind, has been balling. Already has an interception on the year. And, it looked like, to be honest, the way he played against the Vikings in the preseason, looked like he was going to absolutely annihilate any kind of competition, especially in the NFL. A guy that's 6'2", over 200 pounds, has a 72.6 PFF grade, and really is coming to his own already. So a lot coming with this defense already. You really like what you see from this team as a whole. Getting pressure on the quarterback, being able to also defend the pass. Shelby Harris has a sack. I wish the Vikings would have signed him as well, but it is what it is. And I'm also expecting Drummond Jones to come out and absolutely continue to ball and do his thing. So there's a lot to be excited about with the Denver Broncos, but also there's a lot of context that needs to be provided for this team. I think that with Teddy Bridgewater, with that defense, things are looking good. Things are looking up. And Teddy Bridgewater, I think with the running game they have set in place and the things that have gone so well, you don't need to be amazing. Like, you don't need to be a Teddy Bridgewater that led the Vikings to 11-5 or a couple years down the road when he went to the Saints and was very impressive. He doesn't need to be anything but Teddy Bridgewater. Get him in the thing about Teddy Bridgewater is, especially, I can attest to this as a Vikings fan, he always will put your team in the place to win. After that, it's deciding if the field goal kicker, or i.e. Blair Walsh, will make the field goal, or if your team will rise to the occasion. But he will always put your team in the position to win. That's one thing I love about Teddy Bridgewater. And people, the teams really love Teddy Bridgewater because he brings them together and he absolutely balls with them. And, it's just absolutely a lot of fun with a guy like that at the helm for you at quarterback. So all in all, yes, this is the Broncos' first test of the true season or whatever. Yes, but it's also the fact that this is a big game. Yes, this is a big game. The Broncos have to ball out. They have to contain Lamar Jackson, and they have to continue to do their thing on defense. And Teddy Bridgewater has to go out and do his thing and make sure that he's leading that offense and being efficient, not turning the ball over, and leading scoring drives. And I think that really actually comes down to scoring touchdowns, not field goals. Especially when you're playing a team like the Ravens. And it's just a big game moving forward for the Broncos. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. We love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so make sure you guys give us a like there as well. And if you would be so inclined, please give us a listen and follow on iTunes. And if you have anything you'd like us to cover, you can put it in the comments section down below or send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, and we'd love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about this being a huge game for the Denver Broncos in their matchup against the Baltimore Ravens.